Okay, this is this one's called Beyond the Darkness, otherwise known as, well, to me, when I was growing up, it was called Buried Alive, and it had a girl on the cover like she was being buried or something. And it was one of those movies that was. I remember there was like three of them. There was this one, um, Cannibal Ferox, and what was another one? Well, it's called Make Them Die Slowly, but that actually was Cannibal Ferox, just under a different name. This one, there was a two or three of these movies that were like extreme warning, like had that label, extreme warning, you know, violence, and of course, everybody, everybody who's into horror who would see that would instantly want to buy it. But this movie was called Buried Alive in the back in the video store days, VHS days, and I had no idea why, because it really doesn't. It's Italian, so the title doesn't really match with what the movie's about. This movie is pretty freaking shocking. This is probably Joe D'Amato's best movie, and it's not saying much because Joe D'Amato really did not make very good movies. But this one was just, the story is just, I'm not good at that part of the plot part. I guess in general, like this rich dude, his girlfriend got sick and dies. She dies, and I guess can't he can't accept that she's passed away. And well, it just happens that he's a taxidermist. He normally taxidermies like animals, like rare monkeys and stuff like that. Well, I guess he's crazy and he decides to taxidermy his girlfriend and keep her in his house. Well, it's a mansion. Freaking beautiful location wherever it was filmed. Probably, well, over in Italy. So there's a little plot with his housekeeper that is really morbid, and even though he's able to procure his girlfriend's body and taxidermy her and put her in her bed, he's not happy, and he starts to go like pick up other chicks and do really fucked up things to him. This movie really makes no sense. Even the end doesn't make any sense. But the the topic is disturbing. The gore is fucking phenomenal. Very disturbing. Some of the gore scenes stick with you forever. There are scenes in this movie that would be in my top 10. Um, this is an experience, and I think it's worth watching. I don't know if I'd call it a slasher, but possibly. This was made in 1979. Joe D'Amato. who made other things, movies called, instead of Cannibal Holocaust, he made a film called Porno Holocaust. So that's the kind of director we're getting here. But this movie is probably his masterpiece. Peace. Hope you like the video.